I sit at the kitchen table with a single sheet of paper in front of me. Just one page. That's what makes it suspicious. I haven't even unfolded it yet. Ben, they say you should always read the fine print. I nod to myself like I'm about to do something noble. So, today I decided to be responsible. I looked down at the paper again. I didn't know responsibility was this small. Memdi, I unfold it carefully, like it might multiply if I move too fast. I opened the fine print, thinking it would be short, polite, maybe a sentence or two. 10 seconds in, I realized it was a conspiracy. Every word was designed to make me doubt myself. One line talked about cancellations, another about fees I didn't even know existed, and then suddenly there were clauses about clauses. It was like reading a map to a treasure, except the treasure was confusion, and I was the only pirate who forgot how to read. By the time I got halfway down the page, I was wondering if I had accidentally signed up for a minor thriller novel instead of a contract tightly, like they're saving space for more complications. Later, I moved the paper closer. Land, I bring it toward my face, then farther away, I extend my arm. There's a distance where it almost makes sense. Men's, I tilt my head slightly. I lost it. I shift the paper under the light. Maybe it's the lighting. Me, I rotate the page as if the words might reorganize themselves out of courtesy. Malid, I don't think they're going to. I leaned back in my chair and exhale. I remember when fine print was short. It used to be a sentence, maybe two. A polite afterthought at the bottom. Blaine, you read it? You nodded? You moved on with your life? It feels like a legal novel written by someone who doesn't enjoy punctuation. This feels like it wants a commitment. I trace the first line with my finger. This sentence begins here. Let my finger move slowly across the page. It continues here. And here, there's a comma. Then another, I think I understand this part. I nod once, cautiously optimistic. Then I reach the end of the paragraph. No, that confidence was premature. I squint harder. I forgot how this sentence started. I look back at the beginning. That feels important. I read it again from the top. Halfway through, something shifts. No, I've already been here. Mandy, I stare at a word for a few seconds. Too long. Why is that word so long? Meanwhile, I lean back slightly, lowering the paper. This is the part that matters. The fine print always contains something critical. Something that changes everything if misunderstood. If I get this wrong, it could cost me. I nod slowly. Bamenju at Basrasan. You don't like guessing games with paperwork. There was a time when paperwork was annoying. Now it feels strategic. I fold the paper halfway and set it down. I put it down. No. Men's, there's a limit to what the brain should handle in one sitting. No one understands anything when they're tired or frustrated. Munji, I rub my forehead briefly. Then pick the paper up again with a calmer expression. So I stopped reading everything. And that was the turning point. Instead of trying to decode every clause and every layered condition, I scan with intention. I look for what actually matters. I tap the page lightly. Cost. Um, that's clear enough. Numbers are numbers, even when they try to hide correlation. That's important. No, because anything that's easy to start should also be easy to stop. Who to call if something goes wrong, that one feels especially relevant because something always goes wrong eventually. I ignore the rest of the dense paragraphs that try to sound impressive. I focus on what protects me. I read the parts that affect my money, my time, and my ability to change my mind. The rest can wait. If something is unclear, I will ask. Responsibility doesn't mean decoding every microscopic word alone at a kitchen table. It means knowing what matters, understanding enough to protect yourself, and not being afraid to say, explain this to me.